If you're waiting for someone to come save you, your life might be on pause longer than you think. A lot of people spend years waiting for something, whether that's motivation, for the right opportunity, or waiting for someone to show them the way. There's a moment in life that hits you like a brick. The moment you realize nobody is coming. And weirdly enough, that realization might be the best thing that ever happened to you. See, as we're growing up, your parents and family may have given you everything you wanted, or at least everything you needed. Life was simpler, and you never had to really worry about survival when you had people to take care of you. As you get older, you're realizing you're not getting taken care of like you used to because you're becoming an adult. We had this idea that someone would eventually step in, whether that's a teacher, a mentor, your boss, or even especially your friend. Someone who sees your potential and pulls you up. And sometimes that happens, but most of the time it doesn't. Most people are too busy dealing with their own problems, their own stresses, their own responsibilities, their own life. They're not sitting around planning to fix yours. And that's not cruel, it's just reality. Look, the biggest danger isn't failure, it's waiting. Waiting to feel confident, waiting until things are perfect. But the truth is, most people who are stuck aren't stuck because they can't move on. They're stuck because they're waiting for permission. Permission to start, permission to try, permission to change their life. But nobody just hands that out. There isn't some kind of perfect moment you need to wait for or do anything either. You want to start investing, then do it. You want to go talk to that girl, then go do it. You want to start a YouTube channel, what's actually stopping you? It honestly hurts more for me realizing I could have started a lot sooner at all of these things than the fear of embarrassment would have given me. Timing is so important, so why do we waste it so often? We scroll on our phone for hours, but if we started investing in our Roth IRAs, that could have been differences of thousands of dollars. Thousands just because of time. When we work on a project or business eventually, we may not be able to enjoy it at our full prime. Eventually, there's a point where something shifts. You stop expecting someone to fix things for you. You stop hoping someone will magically change your situation. And you realize something simple. If your life is going to change, it's probably going to be because of you. Not luck, not timing, not someone swooping in, just you deciding that you're not going to stay where you are anymore. The realization that nobody's saving you does sound kind of harsh, but it's actually one of the most freeing things you can understand. Because if nobody's coming, that means you're not waiting for anyone either. You don't need the approval, you don't need the permission, and you don't need someone to push you. You can just start, even if it's messy, even if it's slow, even if you have no idea what you're doing yet. If you're dealing with bad habits or addictions, that might not only be affecting you. You may even had other people that tried to help you, but nobody can really save you. The thing is they really can't. You have to do this yourself. You have to have that realization personally. It has to come within. No matter how many times people tried, the only person that can truly save you is yourself. Most people have that super serious deep moment with themselves that it's time for change when it's too late. Even if this video doesn't actually help you, let it be a reminder for all of us that waiting only really makes things worse. If you look at people who actually changed their lives, most of them didn't have some perfect moment. They didn't suddenly become fearless. They just reached a point where they thought, if nobody's coming, I guess I just have to figure this out myself. And that's when things start moving. It's not overnight, but slowly, step by step, decision by decision. There was a time growing up I wouldn't do anything but game at home. Never cared to leave the house. I wasn't very socially out there besides my friends on the game. I'm talking 10 to 12 hours. Just on the game in middle school, rushing to eat my food so I can get back on. I used to let my mom just give me a buzz kit when I was younger, and I wasn't even super athletic or anything. Soon enough, I got my license at 16 and I started going out a little bit more and gaming less. Eventually, I ended up going to an actual barber, growing out my hair and getting a fade. I decided to start going to the gym, and now it's something I can't live without. There was a realization I had when I started to realize I'm wasting my life. All this dopamine was making me way too comfortable. The only thing I was building from all of that time was a character that's literally just pixels on my screen. I'm not here to bash gaming because I love to hop on the game even today. It's just finding the balance with your everyday life, especially as you get older. Nobody has to tell me I need to go do more. Even if people in my life mentioned it to me, they would eventually give up because they have their own lives to worry about. You need to have that moment personally to get to that realization. The biggest power in life is not money, it's time. So waiting for anything only makes your progress worse. Whatever it is that you've been thinking about doing but fighting yourself about, start now. I've also been around people who I've tried to advise or try to help out just to get them to be a better person. You could just tell, even when they agree with you or sometimes they ignore you, Some of these people just don't want to be saved, so seeing it from a different perspective also kind of gives you that realization as well. So it really does have to come from yourself. It has to come from within. When you see that somebody else isn't kind of listening to your advice and they hit their own realization themselves, it's usually a lot deeper and it usually affects them way more than if you were just to tell them or you were to watch this video and you were to just change. That's why I say nobody can save you. Nobody's going to save you. It has to be you. You can have a good environment. Your environment can be completely healthy. There can be people there for you all the time. But who's going to get you to move and push you towards your objectives and not be okay with you not doing a single thing with your life? It doesn't matter how many people you have. People can force it on you all they want, but it really does have to come from within, like I keep mentioning. And at some point in life, almost everyone has the same realization. And yeah, it can feel scary, but it can also be the moment where everything starts to change. Because the second you stop waiting, you finally start moving. Thanks for watching the whole video. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. I'm always interested in your guys' thoughts, so let me know what you guys think as well. Have you guys had this realization before? And if so, when? That's going to be all for me, so I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.